it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com, and this FAQ video is how to naturally prevent and treat acne. The question comes from Michael, who's 20 years old and just went vegan. Congratulations. But he's still struggling with getting some pimples every now and then, so he started doing some research and found some conflicting information. He found a little bit of information about sugar's impact on it, and then some people saying that wheat can actually cause it. Well, Michael, I have done some research on this, even though I've never really struggled with acne very much. But I have noticed that when I do get pimples, it does seem to be related to what I eat. I discovered that there's kind of two conflicting things going on. One is a lot of people, scientists, researchers, people in medical fields, believe that acne is actually majorly related to our genetics. Some of us are just born lucky to have nice clean skin. Others have trouble in their teenage years only, or maybe even in their adult life. And there's not too much you can do except try to keep yourself as non-oily and clean as possible. A lot of people end up resorting to typical acne treatments out there that are packed with really intense, harsh chemical ingredients that may get rid of acne but probably could cause long-term health effects and even issues to the environment. So I would recommend is taking the more natural route, and after my research I found there's actually a lot that you can do to take care of it. I'm going to summarize my findings here, but you can also click down below in a link that I wrote for organicauthority.com that's going to give you a lot more information than I'm about to tell you. But here's the bullet points. So number one is avoiding sugar. So we can find sugar in so many different things. In fact, sugar is naturally occurring in a lot of foods like fruits. And actually Michael found that certain fruits are higher in sugar than others, which is true. So he was wondering if he should stick with things like berries. I think that helps a lot, but mainly keeping away from the refined sugars, as that's what's really going to cause issues. I totally notice that when I eat refined sugar, I'll start getting little acne around the side of my head, around kind of like all around the outside of my face, on my neck, in odd places. And if I don't eat refined sugars and really stay back on even natural sugars, it makes a huge difference. Number two, you don't have to worry about this if you're a vegan, but dairy actually contributes to acne as well, so avoiding that really helps. Caffeine as well, that can really stress out our body. And speaking of stress, any forms of stress can actually contribute to things like skin breakouts. So keeping yourself really happy and relaxed, even when you're going through rough times in your life, can make a huge difference. And finding things that are naturally energizing. Tons of options out there, which I can provide some more links to if you'd like. You do not have to have caffeine to make it through the day. Getting extra sleep will help your body in many different ways and could possibly even help with things like acne. Processed and refined foods, as well as oily and fried foods, can really contribute to it, although oil not so much as you would think, as it turns out. So in general, I just think avoiding the processed, refined, oily, fried foods is better for your health overall. The one thing that I'm not too sure about, Michael, is about the impact of wheat on your body as far as its relation to acne. In the research that I've done, it doesn't seem like that's a major contributing source, but it really depends on what quality of wheat that you're eating. And if you're noticing breakouts, you might actually have a sensitivity to gluten, so that might be something worth looking into. Well, I've talked a lot about things that you should avoid, but I definitely don't want you to think that you have to have a super restricted, limited diet just to look good. You want to think about the things that you should be adding into your diet as well. Biggest thing you can do is to always eat organic, fresh foods, just the highest quality that you can afford or you can find in your area. So that would be produce, especially vegetables, and fruits that contain a little less sugar than others, although fruits are generally healthy for us. Lots of whole grains, especially gluten-free grains if you think you might be sensitive. Nuts and seeds, they have lots of healthy oils in them as well as great nutritional value. Herbs and spices, things like green tea and other herbal teas. Again, remember to try to avoid the caffeine, although green tea is technically an okay source because of its many health benefits. Looking for things that are rich in probiotics naturally. I mean, I could go on and on about those, but plenty of sources, maybe a dairy-free yogurt alternative, things like kombucha. There are plenty of probiotic drinks. Coconut kefir is one of my absolute favorite forms of probiotics. And a few things that are always good for you, especially your skin, are broccoli, kale, collard greens, spinach, tomatoes. It really just comes down to being super conscious about what you eat and paying attention to how your body reacts to it. So try eating the food and then seeing how your skin reacts over the next few days, then try not eating it and do the same thing. As far as how to treat acne, definitely through your diet is going to make a big difference, but if you already have it and your diet doesn't seem to be working, there are some great natural remedies. I'm not an expert on this and I haven't done a lot since I haven't really had to personally, but if you click the links below in the description field here on YouTube, there's a really great link to an article on Organic Authority. If you as a viewer have any questions, feel free to ask me here in the comment section of YouTube, as well as all the social networks that I'm on: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Tumblr, Instagram, Foursquare, and Pinterest. You can also send me an email, and you can find that on ecovegangal.com, as well as more information. Don't forget to subscribe so you're the first to know when I have a new video, and thanks so much as always for watching. See you next time.